do. He stood to his word. Let's hear what Jair Alexander had to say.
Anytime you got the best on the best, like shoot, who wouldn't want to wake up to that? You know, like I thought about that all
Big
season.
ass hat and
You know,
shit.
I've been with it.
So that was a fluke. What is one catch for 15 yards?
Man, greatness. And tell Shannon Sharp and Skip Bayless they need to, watch what they say when they talk about me. You feel me? That's what they need to watch what they put out talking about he a good corner, great corner. So yeah, send that to them.
All right. I ain't gonna let the whole video play. My boy Jair still talking that shit, and he stood to his word. He backed up what he had to say. And the Packers now they control their destiny after beating the Vikings. The Vikings fell off completely. Remember when we watched them in the beginning of the season, we both were saying they're pretenders. Possibly they look a lot better than they have previous years, but they still don't feel like they're all the way there. They still feel like Kirk Cousins maybe is the guy some days, but he's not the guy this day. He might be consistent this day, not consistent that day. It's never a sure thing with Kirk Cousins. But now that the Packers control their destiny, they now have to beat the Lions going into next week. And before we talk about the
Huge
Lions
man.
next week, how'd you feel about this game? How'd you feel that Jair and the Packers did?
Oh, they
Smacking
did
them
excellent. They
Vikings.
did excellent. Yeah, they had a great game plan. They was blowing them out from start to finish. They did really well. They watched film because they obviously got their butt whipped the beginning of the year against the Vikings, so they definitely took that to heart. They
Right.
were at home in Green Bay. I don't know if it was the cold weather that got to Minnesota. I doubt it. Maybe so, just because they're playing in the dome now, or they playing in inside the stadium now. But I don't know, man. Like you said though, like Jair said, man, he did it. We did what he had to do. Put some respect on his name. Skip and Shannon. He ain't no good corner. He a great corner.
Great corner.
Louisville shit.
Great
Louisville
corner.
shit, man. Yes, sir. Jair Alexander, 2-3 shit. But yeah, he a
Anybody
top
that want
five
to can
DB in
get
the
it.
league. Yeah,
Top
anybody that
five.
want to
Top
can get it.
five.
He hit top five corner. He just the reason why top two. Okay,
Top
okay,
two.
okay. The reason
He
why I
just
said
shut
top
down
five and the
Justin
reason why,
Jefferson. One catch, 15
yeah.
yards. Come on.
Hey, Trayvon Diggs is the same thing. Remember? But
Uh,
yeah, you seen them
I feel
stats,
like
man.
that's. I feel like that's
And he followed
more.
him the whole game.
No, I'm not a big believer.
But
I'm
but
a big.
honestly too though, no, but honestly too though, even with Jair and Trayvon, even though they followed Justin the whole game, they still got to give credit to the defensive scheme. I feel like they definitely played. They schemed it up well. They wasn't. It's no way they locked up the whole game 1-on-1. Like even though
Nah.
majority of the game they probably 1-on-1, they still had some help, on certain routes and certain double teams and stuff like that. So, but props to the defense though. Props to Green Bay. Especially the secondary because their secondary seemed to be banged up. But they came out strong and they held their ground for sure, especially in a big time division game.
And how disrespectful was that Gritty, bro? Gritty right in front of Justin
Uh,
Jefferson on like the second play of the game or second play of the
yeah, I
drive.
want to say, yeah, like it was early. I was like, oh shit.
I was like, damn, we still got a whole game to go. Imagine if he would have got cooked. Imagine if Justin Jefferson would have got cooked after doing that. I mean, if fucking Alexander would have got cooked after doing that. Imagine all the
Yeah,
memes he would have been on every
Yeah, he would never
fucking
heard that.
meme. Every fucking
Yeah.
meme. But how'd you feel about this Lions game? How you feel about the Packers going to go against the Lions next week? Do you feel like they're going to be able to beat this team, make it into the playoffs? They now control their own destiny. It's going to be hard. I don't feel like the Lions are just going to roll over, but they need this win. And if they do win, they are officially into the playoffs. And we all thought Green Bay Packers season was over. I think me and you both was all like, the Packers need to end it. Aaron Rodgers need to make a trade mid-season. He needs to start figuring out what he's going to do. Is he going to lead the Packers? He's going to go find himself a new team. And now the times went by. Somehow Aaron Rodgers and the Packers, they figured it out. They got Christian Watson, who was questioning all these young guys. They're making names for themselves. They're proving themselves. Aaron Jones, Dylan, they doing what they do. They're finally starting to do a run game. But how do you feel like the Packers are going to do? Can they punch their way into the playoffs?
Maybe. I got a little faith in the Lions too though, so I can't really call it. I can. This is one of the games. I might can call it maybe closer to the week or closer to game day. But as of right now, I'm still like weighing out the strengths and both teams and seeing where both teams can improve. But yeah, as of right now, I don't know who's gonna win, man. I'm really just looking forward to the game. This is one like it's basically like a playoff game. Like yeah, this is a playoff game before the playoffs, like a wild card game. You got a big time divisional game. This is really a rivalry. You got Lions versus Packers. They play in Detroit, right?
Yeah, I think they're. Yeah, I want to say they're playing inside of Detroit.
Yes,
But
they play in
Aaron,
Detroit, so we don't have to worry about no weather issues. We can see Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers had history in Detroit with that Hail Mary. So this is time for Detroit to step up and like shit, like you said, bro. If they get this win, they in. So this is and same thing with Detroit, man. Like even though we thought the Packers was shitty earlier in the year, or like not even earlier in the year, like shit, literally like a couple of games ago, we didn't think they was gonna make the playoffs. Same
Packers.
thing with the Lions.
Hey, we thought the Packers.
Yeah,
Was
bro.
good.
Same. But we thought the Packers too. We thought Aaron Rodgers was still. We thought when he got messed up against the Eagles, we thought, oh, it's time for Jordan Love. It's time for them to it's kind of like in a sense rebuild. But shit, they in it to win it right now. They trying to make the playoffs. Same thing with the Lions though. They was like 1-7 to start the year, 1-6. Now they came all the way back, and now they're fighting for a playoff spot, which is a great story. Shout out Jared Goff because he was counted out time and time again, even though he's up and down. But he's played pretty well this year. I definitely give props to Jared Goff, especially the head coach too, because they was trying to call for his job at first, and everybody likes the guy. He's a great guy, but they was like, damn, as a coach, is he really a good coach for the Lions? Turns out he must be. He's resilient. They start off 1-7. They came all the way back. So this is a huge game. No, I'm excited though. It's a huge game. It's like a playoff game.
And I feel like you got to even show some respect to this Packers team. This is probably the biggest year they had the most adversity, I would say. Would you say that? I think for the last, since Aaron Rodgers has been with the team, he's never faced anything like this. You know, I thought the Packers was through. We thought the coach, maybe LaFleur, was going to be out of there. We thought maybe Rodgers was going to be out of there. We thought maybe Love was going to end up coming in. We thought a lot of people was trying to even call Christian Watson a bust. Maybe he wasn't going to end up catching up to speed, but he found himself, and the Packers are back. Packers are back. I don't know if they're going to win this week. The Lions is going to be a tough game. You've seen Hutchinson with that pick, but that was beautiful. When he pretended to be on the sideline, came back. What'd you compare him to? You saying TJ Watt? You saying JJ Watt?
Yeah, I would say JJ Watt, just because obviously I feel like he's a little more athletic. Every man nowadays, 2022, 2023, everybody's more athletic these days. But I compare him more to JJ Watt just because they're like the same height. They're about 6'6". I think maybe Aiden might be 6'7". JJ, I believe when JJ first came in the league, he's about 280, 275, 280. I'm pretty sure Aiden is only a rookie, or he's only a rookie or a second year player. No, he's only a rookie. My bad. He's only a rookie. So they give him about 2-3 years. He's gonna be a Pro Bowler. He's also gonna gain like 10 to 20 pounds. He might even reach like almost 300 pounds. I'm not sure if they want him to reach that much, but sometimes when you that big, man, you can reach 300 pounds and still move really well. So yeah, I compare him to JJ Watt, and the reason why I say that too is because he gets his hands in the air. He creates a lot of swats. JJ Watt was known for pass breakups, even though he wasn't a defensive back. But like that Aiden Hutchinson, that play was crazy though. Like he was playing corner for a little minute. So that kind of like, I don't know, man. Maybe they can throw him out there at corner when it's like a tight end out there or something. Maybe they can line him up out there.